Biden also reacted to the bombshell revelations in the former DNC interim chair Donna Brazil's book that she considered replacing Hillary Clinton on the ticket with Biden after Clinton's health scare when she collapsed at the 9/11 memorial last September. Biden says Brazil's book was the first he had ever heard of that, and that he'd never taken up such an offer anyway, but still not ruling out a presidential bid of his own in 2020. Here it is, watch.
I, honest to God, haven't made up my mind about that.
You're not closing the door on it?
No, I'm not closing the door. Look, I've been around too long. I mean, I'm a great respecter of fate. But who knows what the situation is going to be a year and a half from now? I don't have any idea.
I've been around too long is not really the campaign slogan that you want to hear, particularly if
you don't see it on the back of the car or a bumper sticker.
I've been around too long. Remember the last guy, Barack Obama, said that the other candidate, Hillary Clinton, needed new car smell. I've been around too long.
Well, first of all, I agree. Hillary has no clue about the middle class, so I agree with him on that. But I want to bear with me by bringing one more NFL analogy through. One of the things that players do, all of them, when it's all said and done, years later and decades later, they look back and look at the play, they look at the film, because they remember, boy, how great I was and what I could have done if I had done it this way. Joe Biden has to recognize the play's done. It's over. He needs to move on. If in case the Democrats are that desperate, it shows just how little bit of a message and youth they have coming along. They should be looking
Come on, it'd be so fun.
It'd be fun for Republicans, but the Democrats need youth, and they need diversity. How about this? Diversity of
The
thought.
Giants needed you yesterday. I know you played for the Jets.
Then they must not have done well. I didn't see the game.
No, it was ugly.
I'm kind of boycotting right now. Just so you know.
Joe Biden was also asked whether or not he could have beaten Donald Trump. Watch.
President Trump dispatched 16 Republican opponents and Hillary Clinton. Do you think you could have beaten Donald Trump?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I mean, the polling data at the time said yes, and since then, but, I wasn't in the race. You got to be in the race.
And then she chimed in. Well, actually, she and Matt both did. Well, are you going to be in the race?
Well, to Burgess's point, I mean, you talk about the need for diversity. Republicans actually had an incredibly diverse Republican challengers. If you look at, Senator Ted Cruz was actually the first Hispanic to win a primary or caucus, got zero attention with the mainstream media. And so the Republicans that were running were actually a lot more diverse than the Democrats this last go round. But I think the ship has sailed for Joe Biden in the sense that the party has left him behind. There's no way that someone like him who, is a little bit more middle of the road would ever be able to get elected on in a Democrat primary. But I do think that he's right that he would have fared better against President Trump than Hillary Clinton did, particularly with the working class. I'd mentioned Macomb County before, a county that President Trump won by 54% of the vote that went for President Obama in 2008, 2012.
So you talk about the ship being sailed. There are a lot of people on that ship.
I'm just trying to picture what Joe Biden's message would be.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
When I talk about diversity, we have to start getting back to where we look from inside out, not outside in. Diversity for Democratic Party is the blue dog Democrats, those who still have those family values that they're now being pushed out. Because if you're not on the left, the very, very far left, you don't survive in the Democratic
I do think
Party.
that Joe Biden would do a better job against Bernie Sanders. I think they're both going to run. I think Elizabeth Warren will probably run.
You think Joe Biden's going to run?
I think Joe Biden's going to run. I think that's why he's writing this book. I think he's priming the pump.
Are any of them on that ship that's already sailed, though? Because you hear this, it's a rally cry from inside the Democratic Party. They know they need fresh faces.
It's a ghost ship, and if they all run, it provides great contrast if you have a younger, energized, competent person who's not too progressive who can actually win. I don't think that person exists in the Democratic Party right now, so the gummers are all in.